version, or it might have some different pictures. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brain for a long winter's nap, instead of going to sleep. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment that it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." All right, boys and girls, look at Santa's face. That is what we're going to be making with our ornament. You see his hat. He's got the red and then the white. See his rosy cheeks and nose. We are going to be making that. In your bag, there is a picture. Your picture, well, this one is hard to see because of the glare. Your picture is going to be black and white. Miss Tanya made one for each of you to look at in case you need it. And you need to have all your little pieces laid out. There's some little ones, so be careful. But each one of them has some tape on the back of them, so you do not need glue or anything like that. There's stuff on the back of each piece. So here is your main piece, and there was a little bitty hole at the top. A grown-up will need to put your little string through there, That will be so you can hang it on the tree. So we're not going to worry about that part. A grown-up can help do that when you're finished. All right, so this ornament is actually one of your alls. I'm borrowing it because we had just enough for each person to have one. So I'm not going to take all the tape off because one of you all will be using this piece. But there is tape on the back of each piece, and you just peel that off, all the way off, and then it is sticky. And that is what you stick onto your ornament. So I would take this whole piece off, and there is his hat. It goes up at the top. Yours will stick because you're going to take the tape off the back. So you're going to put his hat on. Then next I would put this little piece on. This is his face. So you're going to take the tape off the back. Just peel it off. And tape that right there under his hat. You can see his little eyebrows. It's hard to see on here, boys and girls. I'm sorry, but because of the light, there's like a glare. There's his two little eyebrows. So you will take the tape off the back of his eyes and put them right under his eyebrows. Yeah. Miss Tanya's going to turn off that first light and see if it kind of takes the glare off the picture. All right, these little, you've got two pink ones. That's a little bit better. Two pink ones, those are his cheeks. They've got tape on the back. Now here is the one part that you're going to have to decide yourself. Do you want to put the cheeks on first and then put his mustache over the top of them? Or do you want the cheeks up on his face and then put your mustache on? That's kind of up to you. Do you want to see his cheeks a lot? Or do you want the cheeks to be covered up a little bit with his mustache? You can decide that. I put his cheeks under his mustache just a little bit. And the little bitty pink one is his nose. And they have it right there. They've put it right there on the tip of his mustache, on the center part, and then glued it on. I can take a picture of this too and send it to you afterwards to make sure you can see it. Then the only things that are left go on his hat. This long white piece is the fur on his hat, so take off your tape and glue that on there. And then the little white circle, this is really just to be used like as the sticky part for the tape. So take that the tape off your white circle and put it on the little ball on his cap, and then you've got the little fluffy ball that goes on there. My little fluffy ball may not stick since it's not really taped. I'm not taping mine on. And that goes on his cap. Alright, boys and girls, so you've got his hat, the white fur on his hat, and the furry ball on the end. You've got his two eyes. The two big pink circles are for his cheeks. The little pink circle is for his nose. And then you have his mustache. Alright, send me a picture after you get your Santa Claus ornament made so I can see it. And if you have any questions about it, just send me a message and let me know. And I will try to take a picture and send it out so you can see what it looks like too. Alright, boys and girls, I'll see you soon.